Welcome to the value side of investing. It's our guide to the changing geography of money and finance. Now today on Value Side, Microsoft and Visa. Here's where the battle is fought. Home prices meet higher monthly payments. All that and the rest of earnings preview coming right up. Greetings, you're on the Value Side for Wednesday, October 24th. I'm your host, David Ravel. Now today's preview should not be considered a recommendation of any of the securities discussed. Borrowing a phrase from Gerald Loeb, who wrote the investment classic The Battle for Investment Survival, today that battle shifts to two of the market giants, Visa and Microsoft. Both members of the Dow 30, they also represent two of the leading sectors in the market, finance and technology. Now both report their quarterly results this afternoon. First up today will be Visa with a 5 p.m. webcast. Visa is the world's largest retail electronic payments network, processing on average more than 30 billion transactions worldwide in a month. Today's report will conclude Visa's fourth quarter, and projections on the street are high. Consensus is that Visa should report an all-time record net profit of about $8.9 billion, as Visa is able to benefit from the retail consumer who is generally financially sound and more than willing to spend. And it's the buying and selling that powers Visa. Obviously, e-commerce has been a big boon for Visa, and Visa's timing couldn't be better, concluding their fiscal year before much of the impact of the Fed's tighter monetary policy has taken effect. And this is a critical time for the markets. A real positive result here by Visa would go a long way to support this wavering market. Now, just a half an hour after the Visa webcast, Microsoft will report their earnings. Microsoft is the largest independent maker of software in the world. It is also a member of that elite Dow Jones 30 and considered one of the leading companies in the technology sector. And Microsoft has generated some real momentum recently, reporting better than expected results over the last year and a half. These were driven primarily by their intelligent cloud. And Microsoft, as with most major software providers, the move by American industry to cloud-supported systems marks a new epoch for this industry. Now, these two earnings reports, coming as they do when the market is particularly vulnerable, have the potential to have a very big impact on trading today. And although both are announced after market hours, still I anticipate that their shares are likely to see a real back and forth as the street tries to guess what their final results will be. It really will be a battle between the bulls and the bears. So from their headquarters in San Francisco, Visa will report their earnings at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and about a half an hour later, Microsoft will broadcast their results from their Redmond, Washington headquarters at 5:30 Eastern. Both conference calls can be found on their respective websites. Now, our thesis on residential real estate is that the average home buyer is motivated by their monthly mortgage payment. And if that is the case, then the current action by the Fed in raising rates will be no friend to real estate. Today, we'll get to test that theory when first the Census Bureau reports on new residential sales for the third quarter. Last quarter's report was very positive, with 629,000 new homes sold at a median price of $320,000. Then shortly thereafter today, the Federal Housing Authority will report on their Housing Price Index. Both reports are for the quarter ended September. Last quarter's FHA Price Index was up 6.5% on an annualized basis. Both reports were very good, but as we say around here, that was history. What, we wonder, will be in today's report? Will the good times continue, or will our thesis prove to be right, and will we start to see the smallest move to a slowing housing market? The new home sales report due at 10 o'clock this morning, with the FHA Price Index due early this afternoon. Well, it's another big day of earnings with AT&T, Boeing, Boston Scientific, and over 100 more, all reporting before markets open. And in what is probably the most highly anticipated report of the day, Tesla Motors, without Elon Musk, will report their earnings at 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern Time this evening. It has to be a trying time at Tesla, but the latest word that I have is that indeed this earnings report will go on as scheduled. And those are the companies that we're previewing today. We'll be back tomorrow to review their performance and look forward to a new group of companies as earnings season continues. This has been a copyrighted edition of ValueSide, published before the opening of the New York Stock Exchange for Wednesday, October 24th. Don't forget, you can hear ValueSide on Google Music, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and in the Apple iTunes Store. For all of us at ValueSide, I'm David Ravel, hoping you have a great day.